behind the line. 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
And on the Blue Alliance, rotationaries are the first score, getting their printed note into that blue speaker, as well as another they pick up, and their alliance partners, Crescent Ring Robotics, score in that blue speaker as well. And 91-14, they get one more in before being autonomous, and it's enough to earn Blue Alliance a sizable lead as teleop begins. Back on red, however, it looks like we have 1458, that's Red Tie Robotics, over by their amp. They have a note on board, trying to get it lined up and prepared to score. On blue, meanwhile, Spartan Squared is on the move, over by their human player, and coming back with a note. It looks like this one is headed for the amp, while their alliance partners, the rotationaries, score in blue speaker. And Blue Alliance has their competition button already activated, and one additional note banked. 91-14 shooting again for blue, and their note does find its target. Back on red, Shishkabots looking to pick up a note over on their side of the field. And Red Tie Robotics dropping one more note off in red's amp. And as we are now under a minute 30, both of our alliances have activated that competition bonus, which means that blue is already well on its way to what is now the 15-point threshold for the extra RP. And rotationaries for blue add one more in the speaker. And meanwhile, back on red, we have Shishkabots lining up in front of the speaker of their own, trying to get a clear shot at it, while Red Tie Robotics is over once again at their amp. And Red Tie does get that note in place. Well, back on blue, 9584 tries to score the note in the amp. It bounces out, but undeterred, they are heading back to a human player for another. And with 4 to 5 seconds in the match, Blue Alliance has the lead, but red is still fighting to make that back up. Red Tie Robotics looking perhaps slightly high-centered on a gear at the moment. But back on blue, we have Spartan Squared. They have a note with them, and it looks like they try to get that in the amp. And meanwhile, Red Alliance, they have, with just over 20 seconds left, just 10 points to go now to catch up to Blue's score. And we are now, with 15 seconds in the match, well into the end game so far. Red Tie Robotics not done with scoring just yet, putting one note in red speaker. 10 seconds left, and 91-14 are at the stage for blue. It looks like all three of our red robots, meanwhile, are trying to park. 3 seconds left. 91-14 up in the air for the Blue Alliance in just the nick of time, by a score of 45-35.